the Nasdaq 100, the S&P 500. And I mean, if yesterday's video into today's video didn't give you a glimmer into what we do here at the station, the option drops command center for day traders, swing traders, scalpers alike. We talk futures, we talk equities, sometimes I get a little crazy. I might mention some Forex, right? I don't like that, but hey, sometimes we might have to go deep down that dark rabbit hole, right? But what can I say? The trap el trapo, the trap of all trapos, dare I say. And I'm not talking about trap houses, I'm talking about traps in general, right? Now, when we look at what happened, you push down off rip, and everyone's like, oh, this is the end. This is the end. This is the end. A spoiler alert, it wasn't, right? You started bouncing up. Now, there were some indicators we talked about, right? Now, number one, numero uno, 30-year yield. You did start bouncing up out of this, but like I said, the yields tell the story, okay? A quick bounce, a quick drop, quick impulse move up or down, I don't care, right? My goal as a trader is to put myself in a position to win at all times and reduce the margin of error and reduce the risk out there. And I believe it's there. I believe we look at this. What else do I say? So let me show you here, right? We look in here. DXY quickly started to realize what was happening here with the yield. Rejecting once again at the key level, pushing further down, right? This is why we have key levels. So again, DXY is on the brink of utter destruction, trying to break down. These are all levels we mentioned here on the channel for weeks. They've all been here. We don't just throw these up there, right? The next level, we'll mention that once we start breaking below this one, but until this breaks, there's no point of moving on to the next one. Okay. So we go back to yields. You're still sitting there. And again, I'm telling you, yesterday's video, if you did not watch it, I recommend going back and watching that tape, because I think I gave you and mapped out everything that I expect. And so breaking below 4% here, highly likely, especially going into next week and especially going into the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year, specifically the second week of January into the last 2-3 weeks, are typically phenomenal, right? So again, beautiful what we're looking for there. DXY getting destroyed as well. These are all good signs of what we wanted to see. Now, really quickly, we come back in here as well. We're going to look really quick at what's happening here on SPY and IWM. IWM is probably the golden goose here. You zoom in at IWM. That nice sell-off, you're bouncing right back up. You're holding the level, trying to get back to $200. Now, again, the weekly candles here are going to be very important. The weekly candles. Now, you have people online that like to show you weekly candles 3 days before they close or they even are formed. That's like trying to show you a daily candle 2 hours into market open. Would it really be that valuable? Probably not. Now, before I go any further, before I give you the absolute salzul into the week, and I tell you the very stocks that I'm looking at buying right now, right? Before I do that, I ask you to do two things. Number one, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, guys. Just consider it. The name's Tyler Wilson. I show up every single day, Monday through Friday. Rain, hail, storm, tornado, hurricane. Tyler's here, right? And I want you to look down at those comments, right? I want you to just take a gander at what the people are saying, right? Just take a gander. And number two, right? I'm not going to tell you to subscribe to my Discord or anything like that. So it's already full. But what I do want to say is if you want to get more updates, you want to get a personal connection here. If you want to ask me questions ask me a question, right? The Twitter link is down below as well. You're going to get absolutely all the charts, and you're going to get a little bit of meme action from me as well. You're going to be able to actually follow along with this challenge. Also, too, I didn't update today, but I think we're sitting at like 8,200, just to let you know. I did give it some games, but like I was letting Netflix and some other ones run, but you can follow that on TikTok and stuff over there too. Anyways, so yeah, that's where we're at. And again, mortgage rates, right? I couldn't have like alley-ooped it to myself any better. Everyone's wondering, well, Tyler, what's those yields? Tyler, yields are pointless. They're irrelevant. Well, are they, little Timmy? Yes. Well, all your bear friends are telling you time to short. US 30-year mortgage rates have dropped down to 6.7%. 6.67% to be exact, Freddie Mac says. Giving you an idea, within the last month, they've almost dropped a full percent. Now, I'm not saying they're going to 3%. I'm not saying they're going to 2%. I'm not saying that. But it's important to understand what is happening to our economy broadly. Number one, mortgage rates are dropping. Yields are dropping. The idea of a Fed cut is being pushed out there heavily. I'm not saying it's happening. I don't think it's happening until at least summer. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's out there. The word's on the street, right? When it's on the street, you can't take it back. And the Fed is even pushing the narrative now as well. Okay, so let's jump in here. Let's dive deep. Now, I can tell you about NQ all this. Now, to end the week, what I want to see is a close above 17,000 flat. That's it. Okay, and my levels now, I'm going to mark them as gold, just so they're easier to see, and you don't get confused with the chart prime indicators. If you're interested in chart prime, the link is down below. If you're interested about any indicators on the old screen or Ruski. Okay, so really quickly, let's start attacking what we're looking for here. You want to get that hold. I'm going to not spend too much time on indexes because I already like what you're saying. I'll give you an update tomorrow if I need to. I would like to see a hold above 4,800 here as well. That's it. That's all I want to see. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. I did a hold above 200 would be absolutely incredible, but let's not jump the gun. Now, VIX. I love what VIX is doing. Getting a pullback was good. I won't say necessary, but it was good, right? Little symmetrical triangle, yada, 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 breaking down, right? But what it does is it gives us more run room, leg room, right? It's like you're an economy, right? You're an economy on United, and you just got moved up to economy plus, right? Not plus, but plus. There's a lot more leg room. You might stretch out. You might say, hey, can I get that extra bag of nuts? Maybe some pretzels? I'll take an iced water while you're back there, right? Because you're economy plus now. You're on the plane, nevertheless, at the bottom. You might be going to your destination, but with economy plus, there's some wiggle room, right? You got a little bit more room up there. And I like this. It's important to realize, where was VIX at? So everyone's like, VIX had to pump. Spoiler alert, VIX was back at 2019 levels. Yes, 19. Yeah. Crazy. I don't even know what I was doing in 2019. I think it was like sophomore, junior in college. I don't even remember, right? Crazy, absurd. One more step further. SPY. We just want to see it get right above that level. So 473, just mount that level. Qs, you're already doing your thing. If you close above all-time highs or previous all-time highs, cool. But you already look incredible. Yeah, pretty incredible. Okay, so stocks I'm liking, right? Let's get over the boring stuff, right? Rip the Band-Aid off. Numero uno. Discord, you saw what I liked. You saw what I want to trade. I mentioned it to you. Now, where I said I would like stops, and I'm not going to lie to you, so Options AI and a few other brokers were having issues with Apex and getting closing positions. So none of my orders even hit, but luckily, I did not get below my stop here. It did not trigger. Nothing was set. I had my stop at literally 193.5. And if you're like, Tyler, I don't believe you. How'd you know to set it there? You know how I know to set it there? Because I'm an absolute dog, right? 193.5, absolute juicer. Congratulations, boys. Again, Apple, we love it. You're back above the key level, little Trapperuski. That's what we wanted to see. That is what we wanted to see. I love it. I live it, and I'm going to be keeping my eyes on it, okay? Right. Moving on. Next up. Okay, look, hear me out. Amazon's had most of its move, and I'm not saying to buy it here. We have positions still in the long-term account, but dear baby, right? This thing might actually start going bananas. If you can, you could go to 162, 160. You could get there. I like it a lot. Netflix. Look, Netflix, I do believe the ship might have already sailed. I'm going to be totally honest with you. And I made a lot of money on Netflix. But I'm telling you, what do we like here? We like the B, the R, the B. Why do you look for that? You got the break. You had the retest here. You pushed up. But if you're looking at more of like a longer term chart, something like the daily. Ay, Chihuahua. Mi corazón, el fuego, right? You're getting the break. the retest, and you're trying to push back into 507, like where the gap fill is. I think Netflix can go higher. I think there's a lot of momentum here, and buyers were holding you above 490 with conviction. I do love it. Very strong. Meta is also trying to break above 354. We'll give you a visual of that. If you get above 354, you're on all-time high watch on Meta. You got to be watching that one. First target 367, then maybe like 376, but still looks really good there. Tesla. Oh my gosh. On Tesla, look, me and Tesla have a very, very toxic relationship. You should know this. The option contracts on Tesla are one of the most annoying chains to follow because IV is always in limbo. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you this though. The close you're getting here on Tesla, on the daily specifically, that nasty move, but then the hold here above 252 again, it's nice. Tesla is one of the better looking charts across the board. I'm going to tell you right now. I do believe, as much as I hate to say it, I believe Tesla wants to run. And as much as I hate it, as much as I hate it, I believe Tesla is on my top 3 list right now. On my top 3 list. And tomorrow I will be unveiling, just to let you know, I will be, my small cap name that I believe has more potential than Upstart. Heard it here first. But Tesla, it's in the top 3 right now. It is in the top 3. And I know you're wondering, well, Tyler, Tesla's in the top 3. What do you think numero uno is? Tesla might be number 1. It really might. It's like a coin toss. I'm going to have to sleep on it tonight. I'm going to have to, Allie's going to cook some clam chowder tonight. Some comfort food for me. We just got this Dutch oven, so we're making this bread. And it really helps me get the brain juices going, right? Numero uno, Microsoft. You thought I was going somewhere else with that, didn't you? Relax. Okay. Microsoft. I'm not talking about me when I get into the cold tub, right? I'm talking about arguably the leader in AI right now, Microsoft. Now, Microsoft, what you want to see is a mount. Say it with me. MOUNT. Okay. You want to see a mount of 376. Now, the part on Microsoft and the part with a lot of these that I'm liking right now, besides Tesla, the options chains are offering you somewhat free money. It's kind of crazy. It's really bizarre. You're able to buy some of these contracts for pennies on the dollar based on how they're being valued right now. I believe Microsoft contracts are dirt cheap. I believe a lot of contracts in general that are dated with at least like a 60-day buffer are very, very cheap. For instance, you can buy like Apple contracts for February 16th for like $3, I think at 200. It could be like slightly off, but it's around that area, I believe. Microsoft contracts, 400s, I think for February 16th. Still very, very cheap, and they hold up very good. So again, you have to be kind of picky with what you're choosing, but it looks really good. I'm not unhappy. I like and this is what I'm saying. When you get these pullbacks, like I mentioned yesterday, it gets me excited for the potential opportunity that's right in front of us. And that's what you have to be looking for. When you're trading, this is it, right? This is the last bit of the video. When you're trading or when I'm trading, right? I'm going to put myself in perspective just to kind of give you a tip. I am not typically looking at tomorrow, right? Especially on the big winners when I'm trading. I'm looking at the trade for where I could see it going over the next 10, 15, 20 days. Even if I'm short-term trading it. Right now, if I'm grabbing a 2-week contract, then I probably am only looking for like the next few hours, right? But when I grab a contract that's for February 16th, my eyes when I'm looking at that are, 1, can we just hold support? 2, if we hold support, where's that realistic target and how much money can I make off of it? I think we get wrapped up with, okay, we got the 2% rule. We got to have, exactly the same stops as always, right on the key level. No. You have to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, especially if you want to make money in this, if you want to make real money in this market. That's why I'm excited about what's happening in Microsoft. And that's why when I look at this options chain, I think you're given a lot of flexibility to protect your capital as well, based on prices and based how specific options are moving. So my personal opinion, do with that as you will. More updates coming tomorrow. And hey, yippee-ki-yay, yo jefe. Hey, he did it again, boys. He did it again. It was a trap, but this fox here, he didn't fall for nothing.